Hi everybody and welcome to Cooking with Ross episode 14. Today we're going to do chicken Alfredo, and if you're going to the store and buying a jar of Alfredo sauce or a can or whatever, please stop doing that. Today I'm going to show you how to make it fresh, make it from scratch, okay? So that's what's on the agenda, and without further ado, let me show you what you're going to need to accomplish this. Okay everybody, so things we're going to need for Alfredo, okay, is our pepper, our salt, Parmesan and Romano mix. I've got Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano here, so we'll need that. Some whatever noodles you like. If you want fettuccine, grab fettuccine. If you want linguine, grab linguine. I got rotinis. A whole stick of butter, heavy whipping cream, okay, chicken breasts, and then for this I'm just going to use some crushed garlic that comes in a jar. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prep our chicken breasts. And you've seen me do this before. What we're going to do is butterfly these. Let's start with a different one. Let's start with this one. Okay, there's a little fat on here, so we're going to first of all trim that off. Okay, we don't want fat. Then, like you've seen, we're just going to go in a little ways through the whole knife and then just butterfly that open. Okay, and we're going to do that for all of them. The next thing we're going to do, excuse me, is a little salt and pepper. Now you can cook these chicken breasts however you want. You can put them in your toaster oven. You can put them in your air fryer. But let's just make sure that they're seasoned properly, okay? Salt, pepper, all right? Season them up. Get that seasoning on there. That's all you got to do. So I have an air fryer oven, and I'm going to put these on here, and I'm going to stick them in my air fryer. And in my air fryer, these are probably going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so my chicken breasts have come out of the oven here, and they look dandy. I had the seasoning on them. I cooked them in the oven, so they're ready to go. So we're ready to go on to the next step. All right, so next I've got my pasta water on here. We're going to add some salt to that. So let's do 2 teaspoons of salt to our pasta water. Well, whatever kind of pasta you want, you're going to cook it al dente, okay? You don't want it completely done. It's going to finish in the Alfredo sauce. Okay, so I've cubed up some chicken here. Just cut it into little cubes, and we're going to leave that just like it is. Next thing we're going to do is some display chicken. And this is going to go on top of our Alfredo when it's done. Okay, so we're just going to go down through here and just cut strips, okay? And that's all we got to do. All right, everybody. We're ready to do Alfredo sauce. So the first thing we're going to do is put in a whole stick of butter. True Alfredo sauce is butter and cream and salt and pepper. That's what it is. I happen to do mine a little different, as do many chefs. I'm going to turn this on about 8. Medium high. Okay, our butter is melting, so we're going to put in some garlic. Let's go with 1.5 tablespoons. We're going to start that simmering, and we want that flavor out of that garlic is what we want. We got that garlic simmering, and you can smell the aroma of that garlic. So if you remembered, I cubed some chicken, so we're going to put the cubed chicken in first. And we're going to let that saute and soak up all that nice garlic and butter flavor. Looky there. Oh, that's perfect. And just let that simmer for a minute or two. Okay, so now when we take a look at this, we look at our chicken and it's soaking up all that delicious flavor. So the next thing we're going to do is start adding our heavy cream. It's heavy whipping cream, so we're going to put heavy cream in here. And I've got quite a bit of noodles, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this whole quart. How about that? And we're going to let that start to simmer down and let it start to thicken. So we've got our garlic in here, our butter, our cream, and our chicken, our diced chicken. And we just want this to get hot. But we are going to turn the heat down to medium-low because we don't want this to scorch, okay? Now, what we're looking for in our sauce here, and our chicken and everything, We're looking for it to start steaming, which it already has. The next thing it's going to do is start to thicken. So we don't want to wait too much longer. What we want to do right now is salt and pepper this. So we're going to put some pepper in there. And then we're going to use a little bit of salt. We don't want too much salt because the cheese that we're going to put in there is salty. Okay, so as we can see now, this sauce is starting to thicken. So now what we want to do is add in our noodles. Now we got our noodles drained and everything. So we're going to put a few of them in here at a time. What the heck, just throw them all in. Alright, so now, while this thing is starting to heat up, the sauce is going to start thickening. And remember we talked about the noodles being al dente? That's because they're going to finish cooking in this sauce. Alright? Sweet! Okay, so now we've got our cream in here. Our cube chicken's in there. Our noodles are in there. Our cream's in there. And everything is starting to thicken up now. So the last thing to go into this awesome recipe is cheese. And I use grated. If you can find fresh, use fresh. Put whatever you want in there. I like this. And we're going to use quite a bit. I'm going to say a handful. Put that in there. And stir that in. And that's going to provide a lot of your salt and a lot of your flavor. And it's going to be really good. Okay, so now we're checking this out. And just look at that, how thick it has gotten. You just follow these simple steps. Alfredo sauce is really easy. Oh, it's going to be so good. Alright, so now when we look at our Alfredo, look at that. It's so beautiful and so thick and so cheesy. We're ready to plate, my friends. Alright, so everybody, so this is our chicken Alfredo, and I made some little crostinis out of some bread I got at the store. Just a little butter and a little tiny touch of garlic powder. And then I did the display chicken up top, see? The whole pieces. And diced chicken underneath in the mixture. Alright everybody, so that's Cooking with Ross, Chicken Alfredo edition. Let's have a little taste here. It's still really hot. That's good. A little piece of chicken. You're going to love this. Everybody that you know is going to love this. Got to try it. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Hope you'll like and subscribe, tell a friend, and tune in next time on Cooking with Ross.